Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. Welcome back to yet another one of our awesome free Facebook/YouTube live readings. My name is Bree. I'm going to be your moderator for the day. And today I am joined by the ever so lovely Psychic Marin. Marin, how are you today?
Well, I am wonderful. Just a heads up that we are headed into a Mercury Retrograde starting tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah, are you ready, Bree?
I am about as ready as I can be. It's funny because I actually was about to sign a lease for a new apartment tomorrow. And then I realized earlier this morning that Mercury retrograde starts tomorrow, so I should probably hold off on that. But yeah, I'm about as prepared as I can be. What about you?
I've got all the computers backed up. Everything's ready in that aspect.
Good.
You know, and to comment on your lease, it doesn't mean that you can't sign something, but maybe just have an extra set of eyes or double, triple check. But yeah, we're going to be in this phase until June 3rd. So there should be some blogs and videos on California Psychics that you can tune into and get all of that information to help you through this next few weeks.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you just go ahead and go on over to our website, we have a ton of awesome and informative blogs. So definitely recommend that. But before we get started, I see the questions already rolling in. I just want to go over a few of our ground rules that I have for everybody. Number one, when it comes to your questions, we are not able to do any questions about law. So no court cases or social security or anything like that. And no health questions. So nothing about fertility or COVID, anything of that sort. But everything else is relatively up for grabs. I definitely recommend being as specific as possible with your questions. It helps Marin a lot. I know that for sure. If you're talking about a relationship or a potential person, try to include their name because that also helps as well. We are going to be doing tarot pulls for the last 15 minutes, which I am super excited about. It's always one of my favorite parts of the live stream. So be sure to stick around for that. And of course, we have our awesome promo code for all new customers. I just threw it up here on the screen so you guys can see. But if you go ahead and go on over to our website, californiapsychics.com, after the live stream, of course, we want you to stay here and hang out with us. Go ahead and create an account and use the promo code Marin5, and you guys will get $5 automatically added to your account towards your first reading. And that reading can be with Psychic Marin. It can be with any other psychic on our website. So for all new people, I definitely recommend you take advantage of that because it's an awesome offer. And then one last thing that I just have, been meaning to throw in the last couple live streams, but we have been getting quite a bit of comments about scammers or people pretending to be from California Psychics. So I just wanted to shout that out. California Psychics will never, ever reach out to you and offer a reading on social media. So I highly suggest you block them or just avoid them at all costs. We are the only California Psychics here, and this is our only reading that we do through social media. So just want you guys to be aware on that. But besides that, that is about all of my introduction, my ground rules. Psychic Marin, are you ready?
I am ready.
Awesome. Me too. Okay, let's dive in with our first question. I have one from Christina, who is over on YouTube, and she says, "Is Caleb James Solomon my soulmate? And is he faithful to me? His birthday is 3/17/1992.
So to answer your second question, yes, I do see that there is faithfulness, but I feel like the bigger hurdle is the lack of maturity or lack of being able to really step into this and commit and see you as that soulmate. So it's a lot of back and forth. You get really close and then he steps away, and that's going to continue for almost 6-7 more months. By the end of the year, that pattern will start to diminish and you'll finally feel like this is that soul connection that you've been waiting for. Other than that, there's just little quabbles here and there, a little bickering, just because you can't really pin him down. And my advice is that you let that freedom. You have no choice. He can't be tied down. There is going to be a long commitment ahead. So I hope that this eases your mind. There is loyalty, and there will be that feeling of reassurance by the end of this year. So hang in there. This is worth it.
Oh, that's so exciting. It's always good to know that you have the right person. That's awesome.
Yes.
Good luck, Christina. Keep us updated. Okay, I have our next question from Angelica. She says, hi, I wanted to see if you could reach out to my mother, Jessica, or my grandmother, Maria. My mom has been on my mind and I miss her so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Especially, gosh, with Mother's Day just the other day, those energies are really close. So I'm assured that you've done some sort of communication or something where they're really close. So the second, the grandmother energy, that was a little bit stronger. Then came in the mother. And you don't always see this. I think that we like to think that there is this comfort that they're both together on the other side, but in your case they are truly together. So I get this lineage of real close connected family members. The praise from your grandmother is more in the context of career and perseverance and working hard, and I feel like you're just getting ready to turn the corner within your career. And I'm questioning if you are like an independent contractor or self-employed, if you're doing something on your own, because her praise is more about like, keep working hard. So I think that those are her values, or what she's instilled. Your mother's just glowing, darker, longer hair, a little bit fuller face. And I just keep getting this image of like, I'm just so proud. So they are right by your side. No concerns, no worries, no need for this extra protection. Everything is more of like a cheerleader energy of keep fighting, keep going. And that is mostly in finances and career. Gosh, the only thing I can encourage is, because they are so close, if you have any experience with mediumship work yourself or trying to bridge that spirit communication, because they're right there, and I feel like that will be the case for a while, I would encourage you to work on that and explore that if that interests you.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Her own personal cheerleaders. I love it. We have another question similar to our previous one from Alice on Facebook. And she says, my late husband is Ed Stoll Bay, passed on 9/16/2021. I want to know if he is okay with me moving on to meet someone new. I will always love and miss him. I think it's interesting that you asked this question, because you know that there is a real jealousy, or there's kind of a possessiveness. You're very attractive, and he just was more of that protector. He is giving that permission. He's giving the blessing for you to move on, but he's cautioning against somebody that is in like the Hollywood realm, or somebody that's involved in media or acting. And so I feel like this is somebody that you are going to meet, not somebody that you are in a relationship with already. But they're cautioning about this person. He is cautioning about this person, and not getting bamboozled by this charisma and this energy, because it's really it's a relationship to avoid. A lot of infidelity, heartache, distrust, and it's definitely a too good to be true situation. So avoid that relationship. And when I'm seeing almost this time next year, about a year from now, that's when I'm getting the long-term relationship, and you'll have a pretty good understanding by then. You'll know the person you're supposed to be with. Awesome. Okay, moving on to our next question from Octavia over on Facebook. She says, my name is Octavia. I last spoke with Antonio, date of birth, March 10th, 1995, maybe in August of 2021. Does he ever think of me? If so, do you see a reconnection?
He does think of you, and your energy is very familiar. I've either read for you or you've been on the lives before, because what you're showing me is this, like, you are hanging on despite the odds stacked against you, or despite other people in his life. And I am getting an image of a woman, and there's a younger child, and so they're showing me almost like a disruption of this relationship potential with you and somebody else that he's been with. I am getting communication, but I feel like he's still wrapped up with this, that timeline wise, July, it's weak. If I'm being really honest, it's weak. By August, then I start seeing that communication that becomes more consistent. By the end of the year, it's even more consistent. But I think you've got a longer road ahead where you still have to keep hanging on if you really want this to work. And I already see that you have. So this is clearly a choice of, do you want to keep waiting while he sorts this other situation out? But he does think about you, and there's a lot of that comparison going on about, what do I do with my life? Sorry, this is it's a hard one, because you're not getting a lot of reassurance from him. You're not getting anything from him. You're kind of just in the dark right now.
Absolutely. Awesome. Okay, so moving on to our next question. This one's interesting. We have one from Patricia over on Facebook, and she says, "Can you see anyone around me?"
Yes, but it's not in relationship opportunity. It's in spirit, and it's an older gentleman, and he is to your left. But this is a soul that's around you, and I feel like it's serving more as a guide, not a deceased husband or partner or loved one. It feels like this is a guide that's by you, to your left, and it's pretty attached. That's going to be a consistent energy. I feel like it's guiding you to help with relationship, but I don't want to misunderstand your question, that if I see somebody around you in a future romantic context, that's not what I mean. You've got a guide with you, helping you, but relationship looks like that's towards the end of the year, when that becomes your focus, like late October, early November.
That's exciting. Not too far away.
Nope.
I have another question from Facebook, from Eric. He says, "Will Roxana, date of birth December 4th, 2001, mine is April 15th, 1988, going to be able to have a happy and long-term relationship? Is this relationship going to hurt my work and businesses?"
Wow. I'm kind of biting my tongue saying this. It feels more like lust than it is love. And I'm sorry, but there is such an attraction. There is this very physical, like beautiful, you're kind of just a lost puppy dog with her. You get tongue tied. It's this hot flash energy. And she's not taking this as seriously as you are. You are grounded and stable and successful and trying to create this life for her. And she doesn't want to be pinned down. She's very flirtatious. She's viewing this more as a relationship that she's trying, not the happily ever after. And I'm really worried about you getting hurt. This is a situation where you kind of have to give her that space, or lighten up just a little bit more, because there's a much greater immaturity when I read her than you, and how devoted you are. She doesn't appreciate what you're offering her. And I think that she needs a little bit more freedom, a little bit more life experience. And the only way that I can really see this working is if you give her that breathing room, knowing that it's going to be like 7-8 months before she really appreciates what you're giving her and the stability that you want to provide, and for her to value that and to stop fighting it. So this is a tricky one. On the course that you're on right now, I don't see that this is just going to be that happily ever after that you're hoping for. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know now, rather than later, when you're more invested in the relationship. So
it is. And he even questioned, like, is this going to affect my job or career or that aspect? And the way that I see it affecting that is you just don't want to be a fool. You don't want to be promoting this or showing it as if this is your future wife and then feel like, oops, that didn't work out. And now there's kind of an embarrassment because you thought it was something greater than she does at this time.
Yeah.
So got to really slow it down.
Yeah. Moving on to our next question from Facebook, from Patty. It seems like we're getting a lot of past love questions today, past loved ones, people who have passed away questions today. So this one is from Patty. Thank you for doing this. I want to know if my dad is hearing me as I talk to him every day since he passed when I was 7, but was upset with him at first, but just want to know he is okay with me now.
He is definitely okay, but there is a feeling often that you don't feel that you're connecting with him, or you don't feel his energy. And that is because he's one of those souls that really comes and goes. So I think it's beautiful that you are communicating every day. And I would say about 50% of that time he's there and really aware. A lot of the times he's not as close. He's a soul that floats. And so I do see that he's been there more recently. And I mentioned earlier somebody else that might want to explore spirit communication. I think that you are so close, but you're not feeling that validation in return to know if it's getting through or not. So yes, it is getting through about 50% of the time. And yes, he is at a place of peace. There's this forgiveness. There's no hard feelings, or he doesn't think that you're upset. And that has evolved over the years, but he really just feels like you're in good hands and I don't have to worry about you. So I'm not here hovering, checking on you every day. It's a back and forth kind of energy.
Got it. Just really quick, want to shout out, I do see some people in the comments that I think are pretending to be from California Psychic. So just want to shout that out, guys. If somebody is interacting with you, please ignore them or block them for your safety. Okay, moving on to our next question from Anu over on Facebook. Marin, I am November 27th, 1992. I think that's when they were born. Will my ex Herman, date of birth August 17th, 1990, ever be mine? We cut contact off 2 days ago. I can sense he is my person.
He is your person, and there really isn't this deep fear in either one of you. Like the fact that this communication has been cut off, neither one of you really feel like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is over. We'll never talk again. It's kind of like, well, what do I do? Or who reaches out, or who does what? And what am I supposed to do right now? And I feel like it's going to snowball if you keep trying to communicate. There's going to be, especially, we talked earlier that we're headed into Mercury Retrograde, that this is likely to be a catastrophe of miscommunications and expectations that are inaccurate. And so really, really tread lightly for about another week. The end of this week, I'm already seeing that there's going to be some messaging occurring, but it looks like there's an inability for him to completely commit and not meeting your desires right now. So this is his way of bowing out, hoping that you'll cut him some slack. And it's not going to work. You guys are going to start talking again in a week. And then those expectations are going to be hashed out a little bit more. And by the end of this month, you'll feel like you're back on track in a relationship. So this is just such a minor blip. I just hope you can sleep well tonight, knowing that you don't have to do anything. He will be the one reaching out. Give it till the end of this week and you'll be fine.
Yay. Love good news. Super exciting. Before we move on to our next question, I just want to give a shout out to some people that are watching. I see Cecilia from Facebook, Christina from YouTube, Lisa from Facebook, Kelly from Facebook. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with us today. We are so grateful, as always, that you guys are choosing to spend your Monday with us. Without you guys, we would not be doing this. So sincerely, thank you. And because we are getting so many questions, I want to take this opportunity, Marin, for you to just let them know of your hours or your schedule for the next couple days, just because we can't get to everybody. But
I will be on this evening in about 2 hours. I will be on till about 10-ish Pacific Standard Time. And then I will also be on tomorrow evening. And then Wednesday I'm off. Thursday I have like 10 hours all day. So if you're not familiar with the appointments, we do have appointments on the hour, and you can call customer service at California Psychics and they'll secure an appointment slot for you. So you get a call from me right on the dot and don't have to wait in the queue.
Awesome. Yeah. So if your question is not answered or you want some more, clarification or advice, go ahead and book with Marin after the live reading. And if we can just keep liking and sharing this live stream, that would also be very, very appreciated as always. But I don't want to waste any more time. So let's dive back into the questions. I have one from Rob over on YouTube. Hello, my name is Rob Lemons. I love your name, Rob. That's an awesome name. Is there a dark spirit that follows me? If so, who are they and what do they want? Thanks.
Interesting. What I find interesting is that this looks like something from the time you were 10. Like this was more of an entity that was attached to a physical location, and it feels like this is something that has kind of followed, but you're feeling it more now because there's a greater degree of introversion in your life. I think we've all experienced that with the pandemic, but what it feels like for you is that this is because you've been a little bit more of a hermit. You're now aware of an energy that doesn't feel like this is all you or in your surroundings or home or an environment. So the thing that I find is interesting is this has been here for a long time and you're just starting to cue into this and feel this. And now that you've given it a little bit more thought, now it's like it's amplified. And the energy that consumed about this much of your space because of your awareness now feels like it's like this. It's really not so negative. It's heavy. This is one of those souls that's just a stuck soul that hasn't ascended. There is no connection. There's no family lineage. It's not really a soul that's even working for you. So it's something where if you don't continue to keep thinking about this or feeding it, it's just going to be an energy that lingers. And there are thousands. They're everywhere. You've just kind of tapped into this, but it's not a nasty ex or deceased loved one or something that's causing any harm, but you will definitely feel that like startle or heaviness or awareness. And I got tips or ways that I could help you eradicate that energy, but it really is just, it's benign. It's not going to harm you. It's just something that you are susceptible to feeling more so now because your energy is a little bit more still, but that's going to fade once you start the busy go again. You're just going to notice that it kind of fades by late September, early October, roughly. You're just going to feel that this is gone, but it's actually still there.
Wow. Well, that's always good to know. Nothing harmful. It's benign. So nothing to worry about.
No.
Another question from YouTube. I have a question from Jess Morgan. Hi, Psychic Marin. I am always seeing the numbers 817. Can you give me any insight as to what these numbers may signify? Thank you so much.
So I don't have such a magical psychic definition of what those numbers specifically mean. But what I did see is that we all have our lucky numbers. We all have numbers that may mean something to us. There's a difference for numbers that fall in that category versus numbers that are more numerologically based, or like the number 3, or we see 1111, or things that have a spiritual meaning or significance. What's happened is you have this code of numbers, and what that then becomes is a validation tool. So anytime you are living your life, you're driving down the road and you see a license plate, because I just got that image, like you're seeing a license plate with that number, you see an address marker with that number, or phone digits. you're cueing into that because now it's already in your awareness. And it's really just Spirit's way of saying you're on track. You are exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment in your life. Keep it up. It's just a little way of saying, good job. You're doing what you should be doing. So those numbers are for you personally, but don't really have this big spiritual numerology significance. It's just a way of saying, like, pat on the back. Thank you. Thank you for showing me messages or signs, or thank you for giving me that little validation so I know that I'm living my best life. And that's what those numbers mean to you.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah. Mine is 13. Whenever I see that number, I know I'm going to have a good day.
Mine 333.
Ooh, I love it. The threes.
3, yep.
Yeah. Okay. Next question I have from Anne from Facebook. She says she shared the live. Thank you so much, Anne. It's my birthday month. Date of birth, May 31st. Do you see a lasting romantic relationship for me in 2022?
Not until September. You're very clear. And even the 9th, I make a note of September 9th because I don't get dates that clear all the time. Yeah, I'm trying to get this connection with this person. It looks like they have just relocated or just moved, because the impression I get is they are kind of a fish out of water. They don't know the surroundings or the environment. It's a perfect opportunity for you to be a little bit more of the tourist and showing them around and meeting people. And what starts off is more of just a friendship, kind of getting their bearings, evolves into more of a relationship. But that's not until the early part of September. So happy early birthday. But your birthday wish is going to be granted in September.
Totally. And not too far. Not too far. Happy early birthday, Anne. Let's see. I have one from Kim. Kim, I know that you are a repeat viewer, so thank you so much for hanging out with us every week. We appreciate it. Her question is, will our son do well in school, and will our finances improve soon?
Your son will do well in school. I don't want to, how do I describe this? Your concerns or little challenges don't feel like they are going to get worse. What I'm seeing is once that this is like on the right track, on this path, really feeling like I'm seen or I'm recognized, there's just a little quirkiness, like a little bit of attention seeking, a little bit more of this difference in a personality that's unique, or once that recognition. And I just see you struggling or feeling like, is he really going to have that freedom? Is he going to do well? Is he going to get recognized? He is going to just be the shooting star. Financially, no, I don't see things recovering anytime soon. I feel like that struggle is actually going to get worse. And I think there will be a lot of little unexpected expenses, like an extra $100 here, an extra couple $100 here, a minor little appliance fix, little things like that are just nickel and diming you, and they're just unforeseen but necessary expenses, and you just are stuck in this cycle of I just can't get ahead. So finances, I mean, I'm looking at already a year and a half. Like it's I wish that I saw that leveling out, but you are just kind of paycheck to paycheck. So looking at other additional income sources or other side hustles might be an option for you, because that is not improving anytime soon.
So while it's not improving soon, it will improve, hopefully.
It's the year and a half. Like it's going to be a tight ride for a while.
Got it. Okay. Well, guys, we are about at our halfway point for today's live. I just want to really quick shout out our awesome promo code that we have going on for all of our new customers, people that are new to California Psychics. Go ahead and go on over to our website after the live stream and create a new account. Use the promo code Marin5, which is up here. I threw it on the screen for everybody to see. So it's Marin5. And you guys will get $5 automatically added to your account to go towards your first reading. And that reading can be with Marin. It can be with any other psychic on our website. So definitely encourage you guys to take advantage of this awesome offer. Again, it is only for new customers only. We have about 15 more minutes until we dive into tarot. So let's try to answer a couple more questions before then.
Okay.
Let's see. I have one from Belinda over on Facebook. She says, hello, my name is Belinda. Any messages from my husband who passed 6 months ago?
Yes. Fascinating, because the minute you started to say any messages from, all I got was just like images of food. I'm questioning, are you a huge cook, even as a hobbyist, maybe not necessarily as a profession? I'd be fascinated if you said, oh, you owned a restaurant, because I just got this image of like, I miss your food. I miss sitting with you. That this feeling of kind of a rip your heart out emotion of, there must have been this routine or something very significant about the two of you dining and eating together, far more so than the average person. Because what I just got was this heartache of like, I just miss your food and sitting with you and being with you. But to take that a step further, I almost feel like there's an interwoven message in that too, or something that if you have any thought of having like a side career or commercial kitchen access, or that you're wanting to cook or bake or anything that's even charitable, he keeps emphasizing like that you need to be cooking, you need to be making food, you need to be baking. He's trying to support that, encourage that. So if there's anything that the wheels are kind of turning or you're thinking of ideas, that's where he's here to support you. And just he cherishes that, and all of his memories about you and how you dine together, and food is what he missed the most. It's a lot of heartache, a lot of emotion. You two are very close.
Wow, that's beautiful. I'll keep an eye out for her comment to see if she comments anything about the food. That's so fascinating. I have another question from Melissa over on Facebook. She says, hello, Marin. My daughter's father passed away January of 2015. Does he have any messages to pass along to her? His name was Dan, born September 3rd, 1980.
Another heartache situation. This is a lot of regret. And, this could be anticipated or expected to hear. This is kind of common sense, but this is another layer to that, of just so much regret that I wasn't here, or I was working so much, or I was busy, or I wasn't involved enough, like just to be able to have that moment back. And I was getting it in a sports context when she was younger, and it just feeling like I wasn't there. I should have been there. He's beating himself up a little bit, but there is a very strong presence now, and he's supporting her. I'm curious if there is, she's still younger, but if there is any career path in like physical therapy or body, not just like masseuse or body work, but something on a more academic level, something that is requiring college and degree, if there's any passion or interest in anatomy or body and physiology, because her career path is in the medical field. And I think that she's going to struggle to discover that or really get on that path. But somehow you're helping with that, or he will guide her with that. But that's something that he's trying to convey, and just so much sadness or regret that I just, you don't know what you've got till it's gone, and wishing that he'd handled things differently and been more present.
Wow. I have another question. Where did it go? I have one from Alicia over on Facebook. Hi, Marin. Does my late grandmother, Philomena, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, have any messages for me and my mother, Angela?
Um, I'm wondering if she was a singer, because what she shows me has more of like a almost religious, like a choir singer or religious undertone, or she just showed me this panel of women dressed in white singing. Like it's very, very angelic. I don't know if she was a nurse or did healing work and choir work and singing or prayer, but she is divine. There's this very angelic quality about her. So she's a protector energy, and she comes and goes, but her she's much more solemn. She's much more like almost kind of like a nun energy, much more withdrawn, and everything is just about like this arsenal of people that are surrounding you and extended family and just prayer, a lot of healing energy. So no specific messages other than the fact that she is really close and that she's singing. There's like a choir hum in the background.
Wow. That sounds beautiful. Just stunning. Wow. Okay, let's see. I have a question from Allison over on YouTube. She says, "Hi, Marin. I feel like my life is stuck, and I don't know if new opportunities will come my way or meet new friendships and relationships. I need experiences."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you got a little bit of a humorous guide that said, "Oh, just give it time." So I'm under the impression that you either just relocated or just moved or something changed to where it's a whole new social group or friend group, and really pushing yourself out of the comfort zone and more people that you're meeting. Your guides are trying to like up level you into this whole new category that's more professional. And I'm also seeing a lot of travel that's going to be highlighted around New York, New Jersey area. That's all through career opportunities and success. So the message is really like that you're peeling off this layer to become more of an extrovert and more social and confident. So it's you're in this phase of growth, and by the time I see roughly October, November, like you just have this whole new set of friends and people, even the way that you physically look and appear. It's just this new found maturity and professionalism, and then that's catapulting you into promotions and career success. So this is all lining you up for this new identity and more professional persona and ways that you are meeting people. So everything feels great when I read you. There's no sense of concern, but your guide kind of humorously is just saying, "Oh, enjoy it while you can, because things are about ready to get pretty crazy in about 2 more months."
Not far at all. 2 more months. Okay, another question from Facebook. "Hi, my name is Zafira. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. My sister Shaniqua, she wants to know about this guy named Charlie. She wants to know if he loves her and cares about her. Also, she wanted to know if she should leave him alone."
Well, thank your sister for her question, but I feel like this guy is not being completely forthcoming. I don't see that she's the only person that he's talking to. There are some lingering people in the past. He's a little bit more of a flirt, a little bit more of a charmer, and I think that her suggestion or question of, do I just leave him alone, is probably wise, because I don't see that she's the only person. And I think that she's really going to get hurt by this. He will still reach out. He'll still try. But the choice for her is going to be, do I want this exclusive relationship? Is that the standard? Or am I willing to kind of give it a little bit of this gray area and maybe just not be intimate, but still be willing to pursue this relationship? Because I just don't see that loyalty, and she's too much of a sweetheart to where she's really going to get hurt. She doesn't have that thick skin. She's a little bit more shy and beautiful, but I really think she'd be happier in a relationship where somebody's looking for marriage and commitment, and not somebody that's looking for the fun. And he really is looking more for fun.
Awesome. Yeah, it's so super important to find somebody, you know, whose interests align with yours and you want the same thing long term. So good luck, Shaniqua, and keep us updated. We have about 5 more minutes until we move on to tarot. So I want to answer a couple more questions. I have one from Carlene over on YouTube. She says, hello, Marin. Do you see a new job for me and my son, Justin? His birthday is 11/15/1997.
Do I repeat that question, Bree? Do I see a new job?
Yes, it's from Carlene. She says, hello, Marin. Do you see a new job for me and my son, Justin? His birthday is 11/15/1997.
Okay. I think what was glitching me for a second is the timing. It even though you both are inquiring about jobs, I don't see this happening simultaneously or together. With him, I keep seeing June. Like there's still about 4 or 5 more weeks. Like I'm getting the very beginning of June, and it looks like there's a lot of frustration that's going to start occurring. I think there's optimism, but it's going to turn into real frustration in a couple more weeks. And so that's even going to kind of trigger you a little bit. You guys are feeding off of each other, but I think he can have peace of mind knowing that by the second week of June is when I see that change happening for him. Your situation is not until the end of June because you're being more selective. And I keep getting a situation that has to do with relocation, and your guides are saying you don't have to relocate. And I don't feel like this is happening yet, but in the next couple weeks, I keep seeing an opportunity presented to you that you feel like I'm going to have to move. I want this. This is a dream job, but I'm going to have to move. And they're saying, nope, you won't, but it's not that job. It's the end of June. You were given a position and you don't have to relocate. I gave you a lot of information. I'm talking fast, so I hope that makes sense. But sun, very beginning of June, you're the very end of June, and it's not wise for you to relocate at this time, even though that's something you were thinking about doing.
Such an exciting time, Carlene. Good luck. I have another question from Facebook. I have Mirna. She says, hello, Marin. So I've been seeing a guy named Nick. I've been feeling like I should give up on the relationship. Should I keep trying or just end it?
3 more weeks, you are, and that funny enough, that does coincide with retrograde, but about 3 more weeks is when you're going to see all of this effort, almost like he kind of let this fade away and now he's back and calling and let's see each other. And I really think that this was just a little bit of a glitch and a time in his life where he's overbooked and isn't prioritizing the relationship, and yet he knows, like, I think he doesn't want to discuss this because he knows if there was a conversation right now, he'd be telling you, I don't know when I'm going to have free time for the next few weeks. And that would hurt your feelings or likely send you away. So what they're showing me is you can either coast or stay in this knowing that you're in the background, or if you just say, I'm done, regardless of what you're doing, this is still going to be something where he's coming back in about 3 more weeks saying, well, I really miss you and I have more time now. And can we try again? But I think he's a good guy. I think there is a lot of honesty, and I think it's worth hanging in there because it's such a short period of time that I don't see somebody else coming into your life that's going to be more significant. And I would keep your eye on this one.
Yeah. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
It sounds like awesome. Well, we are about at that 45-minute mark, so I want to transition over to tarot. But really quick, Marin, will you just remind everybody of your hours and your schedule for the next couple days?
Sure. I will be on this evening in about an hour and a half, and then on for 5 hours tonight, and then tomorrow evening I am on, and then Wednesday I'm off. Thursday, I'm working morning into evening, so all day Thursday and some hours scattered on Friday.
All righty, guys. Well, you heard her. So if you want to book with Marin, be sure to go on to our website and schedule an appointment with her. She's awesome. Okay, so let's head on over to tarot. If you guys would like a 1-card tarot pool, go ahead and let us know if you want a general card, a love card, a career card, a finance card. And we will try to answer as many as we can for the next 15 minutes. Let's see. I have Christine over on YouTube. She is asking for a love card.
Christine, you got the Ace of Cups. This card is the Holy Grail. The card, the suit cups has to do with emotions and feelings and love. And so you have this abundance of outpouring love and opportunity. So this is seen as a go for it, thumbs up, very positive in the context of love and feeling or any dreams, passions. Now's that time to start. The ace is also a number 1 card. So the 1 is new beginnings, new opportunities. So this is like go for something new. You're ready for new love, new hobbies, new passions.
I love that card. Such a good card. I have another one from YouTube, Stephanie G. Can I have a card for guidance in career?
Oh, this is a hard one. This is the 9 of Swords. And this card is seen as the worst nightmare, but the silver lining is that it is just a nightmare. So when you wake up, you're going to be distraught. You're going to be feeling this way. You're going to be feeling this emotion. But then you have to realize, wait a second, this was just a nightmare, or this circumstance that's going on in my life that just feels like it's such a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. It's not real. This is going to pass. So this is a rough card right now.
Another one from YouTube. I have Michelle Krantz. She says love card.
6 of Wands, and this is you on a pedestal, basically, with everybody cheering and celebrating you. It's a card of attention, often like if it's your birthday month or there's a big event or recognition ceremony, like you are going to be commended or praised or recognized, finally getting noticed. So I always give the definition, 6 of Wands. So you can go to the blog on California Psychics and you can look it up and read a little bit more about it.
Absolutely. Let's see. Let's find another one. I have one from Audrey over on Facebook. She is asking for a general.
Audrey, you've got the Knight of Cups. And the Knight cards, we always pay attention to the horses because the horses dictate the timing or the pace. So in this card, the horse is kind of lifting its speed. It's starting to get going, but it's not full speed ahead racing. So this is just a pace yourself card. If your question had anything to do with timing or how you should approach a situation, the Knights are great for giving you an idea of timing and pace.
Awesome. I have another one from Facebook. We have Ashley. She says, you are awesome. And she would love a career card.
Career card is the Page of Cups. And what we note in this card is the little fish jumping out of the cup, which is seen as like an opportunity that's just going to jump out and bite you. You don't even realize you're getting ready to take a drink and surprise. So keep your eyes peeled. Look for opportunities that are presenting so they're not overlooked.
Awesome. I have another one from Facebook, Cindy. She would love a finances card.
Oh, Cindy. This is a rough one. This is a 5 of Swords, Cindy. And what was the context? Did she say in career or did she
just finances?
Just finances. Because this is a card of watch your back. Like this is a card of you're a sweetheart. You are going to be taken advantage of. Somebody's trying to bully you. Somebody's trying to manipulate you in the context of finances, or I think it has more to do with career, where somebody may be scamming you or not paying you like a commission or the amount that you are expecting. So be really careful and mindful, especially with the retrograde right now. Contracts, anything being signed, it's likely that somebody's going to go back on their word or cause some deceit.
Yeah, something to look out for sure. I have another one from Facebook. His name is Teddy, and he would love just a general card.
Teddy. 3 of Cups. This card is about community celebration. Like, it's time to plan that party that you had to postpone. It's time to bring family and community together and be the peacemaker or the coordinator to celebrate. 3 of Cups.
3 of Cups. I have one from Tamika over on YouTube who would love a general card.
Yes, she does. And Tamika, you got the Empress. The Empress is often the mother. In some decks, she's a pregnant female that is nurturing and motherly, and also is a symbol of fertility. So it could be understood to be a card of you're growing a new business, or you're planting a seed and you're growing something, but it's often more in the context of motherhood. If you just had a little one, or trying to conceive, like, that energy is all around you right now. So you are being called to nurture and be that mother, to birth something.
Awesome. I have one from Facebook. Her name is Summer, and she would love a love card.
Okay, Summer, you got the 5 of Wands reversed. 5 of Wands in an upright position is conflict, turmoil, fighting, and that is showing that it's coming to an end. So whatever bickering or confusion has been occurring, it's diminishing. It's about ready to kind of pass. So that should lighten your situation.
Okay, let's see. I have one from YouTube. Haley, who would also love a love card.
Haley, you've got the King of Wands reversed. So the nice thing about this card is the wands are the suit of fire and passion. So here's your partner, but it's showing that he's not fully present. He's in a compromised capacity or non-existent, where you don't have that fire or that love connection or that intimacy, that passion that you really need in your life. That is missing.
Okay, I have another one from Facebook. Vanessa, she says, love card, please. Love you, Marin.
Well, I don't know if you're going to love me after this one, Vanessa. Thank you. But this is the Tower. Tower is one of the trickiest, hardest cards to navigate in the deck. This is catastrophic change. These people are the Tower is the symbol of your home. Like, you are being thrown out of your home. Everything's chaos. Sometimes that does mean there's an eviction. In your case, I feel like it's more in the context of everything is crazy. Everything's a whirlwind. This is not the time to fight life, or it's going to feel like you're swimming upstream. And it is unpredicted, unexpected chaos. And you have no choice but to kind of just learn from this situation. And because we're headed into this retrograde, this is kind of a double whammy. So you might have a lot going on in your life right now, and this is a hard energy to navigate. So try to swim with the current instead of swimming upstream.
Yeah, just because I'm personally curious, how would that answer change if the card were to be reversed? Does the card change much? Is it still a bad card?
If the card's reversed, the Tower card is one of those cards where people go, it's still somewhat of a negative interpretation, but it's in a more, it's diffusing, it's minimized, be seen as going away, or it can be seen as an energy that's a little bit more controllable, or you might have some way of rationalizing this situation or working through it. But nobody wants to see this. This is still just one of those cards where you go, okay, freeze and eyes open, and I'm just expecting the balls to be flying, and I'm just swinging. It's that type of chaos, even in a capacity, maybe just a little bit less.
Got it.
Rough one.
How interesting. Okay, I'll note that. I have another one from YouTube. Her name is Cynthia, and she is asking for a career card, please.
Well, Cynthia, you got 2. I kept trying to choose just one, and when it fights me, I know you get 2. So you got the Justice card, which is about fairness, balance, equality. I'm curious if there is something that's happened in the legal within your career that's legal, or if there was something that was like a wrongful termination or a legal matter surrounding career. And then we've got the 6 of Pentacles, and this is about money coming in and money going out. You've got a steady flow of money coming in, so you can give a little bit, you can share the wealth. But paired with that Justice card, it could also be seen as you've got money going to attorneys, you've got a lot of expenses or legal expenses or expenses to make a situation fair or just. That's what these 2 cards together mean.
Got it. Interesting. I always love when 2 cards slip out instead of just one.
Do every once in a while.
Okay, I have another one from YouTube. Her name is Rose. Oh, I just lost her comment. Where is it? Here we go. And she would love a finance card.
Okay. Rose, you got the Ace of Swords, but it is reversed. And so what took me a second looking at this is I had to double check. Sometimes when I pull a card, is it really supposed to be reversed? And this is saying thumbs down. Like in an upright position, if this thumb was exposed, we'd see a thumbs up. It's saying thumbs down. So if there is an opportunity that's been presented, there's talk about a promotion or a advancement or career change or something. They're kind of saying, put on the brakes, not now, delays, little bit of a false start. Or often the Suit of Swords has to do with intellect. And so this is something where you're going to have to look at this situation from a point of view of intellect. Was I not qualified? Did I need more training? Do I need more knowledge? Is there something that's preventing me from being able to move forward? But I would expect some stumbles or hurdles when it comes to how you're earning money, or some ideas in how you are going to start, or side jobs. Not going to be as smooth sailing as you may hope.
Got it. Okay, let's see. Maybe 1 or 2 more. I have one from. Let's find one. Let's do Josie, who would love a career card.
Josie, you got the 9 of Cups, which is a beautiful card. This is like, I'm sitting here with all of this abundance behind me. I'm just blessed, but the abundance is behind you. It's not in this very boisterous, flaunty, let me show off. It's very like, I'm proud, and these are all my trophies behind me, and I'm just at a really solid place in life. So 9 of Cups, that's a good one.
I love it. Let's see. And then I have one from Facebook from Sheila, who would love a love card.
Okay. This is another doozy. So like the tower that we got, this is the 3 of Swords, and in an upright position, this is the like sword in your heart, like pain. But this is showing that all of these swords are falling out. All of this pain is subsiding. It's a diminished heartache, but it still could have been that there was like a glitch, or there was a trust issue or some concern, but you're past that. And so moving forward, that pain will minimize or won't be there. So it's Bree, to your comment earlier about the tower and how does it read if it's reversed.
Yeah.
It's saying that the suffering or pain is going away. So you're on the other side of this.
Got it. Okay, and we'll do one last one. I have one from Julia over on Facebook, who is asking for a love card as well.
I'm so glad we got to end on this note, Bree. This is the 10 of Cups. This is what everybody wants. This is the happily ever after card with the 2 people and the 2 little kids and the house in the background and the rainbow and all of the abundance. This is that happily ever after future card relationship. I'm very glad that we get to end on this card, because this is a great energy for you to hang on to, and for all of us to see and aspire to have in our lives.
Absolutely. That makes me so happy that we're ending it on that note. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us for this last hour. It's been so fun. As always, Marin, you were phenomenal as always. I do want to throw up her promo code again for you guys. So if you are new to California Psychics and you want to give it a try, you want to see into your future, go ahead and go on over to our website, californiapsychics.com, and create a new account. Use promo code Marin5, and you guys will get $5 automatically added to your first reading. So that reading can be with Marin or any one of our other 100 psychics to choose from on our website. So definitely recommend you guys take advantage of that awesome offer. And Marin, will you remind everybody one last time of your hours and your schedule for the next coming days?
I will be on in about 1 hour. Just give me a little break to get some dinner in me and get fresh. And I will be on for about 5 hours tonight. And then I will be on tomorrow evening as well. I'm off on Wednesday and all day long Thursday. And I've got lots of appointment slots if you wanted to secure a specific time.
Absolutely. I know Marin is very popular on our website, so be sure to go over there and book a call with her. She's amazing. And one last thing that I want to mention, just again, if anybody reaches out to you and claims that they are from California Psychics or are offering you a free reading, I would suggest to avoid them, block them, delete them at all costs, just for your safety and ours as well. California Psychics will never reach out to you on social media. So just something to keep in mind. But one last announcement that I have, we are going to be having our first ever Tarot Thursday this coming Thursday at 10 a.m. PST. That's going to be only on Instagram. Marin will be there as well. And we're going to be doing tarot for the full 45 minutes. Again, that's only on Instagram. So be sure to head on over to our Instagram. It's just California Psychics, at California Psychics. And we will be going live Thursday, 10 a.m. PST, and we hope to see you there. But otherwise, next Monday, a week from today, we have a tarot takeover with Psychic Regan. So she's going to be taking over our channels and doing tarot pools. And then 2 weeks from today, we'll be back here with Psychic Suki, answering all your questions. So we hope to see you there, everybody. Have a lovely day and a great rest of your week. Bye, all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.